Everyone, it is Doubtfull here, and today I've got another Lillia video for you. I think we're pretty much far enough into the preseason that I feel comfortable making a Season 11 guide. I think items probably aren't going to change too much from here on out, so I want to show you guys how I've been playing Lillia on my main account. That's about high GM right now, and I think she's really strong right now. I think AP champions in general are pretty strong. Due to a few specific items, but I'm gonna get to that. First off, we'll start sort of where we're at here with the clear. I still do a red clear almost every single game. This clear feels so much better than starting blue buff, so you're pretty much never gonna see me not clear my red buff. And nowadays I'm usually smiting the red as well, and then you just sort of kite these around. If you do this enough, this clear feels pretty automatic. I actually messed it up there. I did the Q a little bit too early and didn't get that. But then I'm going to go up and do these raptors. So from here, you want to look to gank mid lane if you can with the raptors. And when I say with the raptors, I mean you pull them over like sort of near the river, and you walk into the lane with 5 stacks of your Q passive. Now, I saw that Cho'Gath shoved in the wave and warded. People in high elo will do that. Probably not going to see that too much in lower MMRs, but because he did that, I actually pulled the wolves and I went in this way. And the main reason I'm doing this is because Sylas has pretty good gank setup, and also because Cho'Gath is immobile and he's pushed in. Unfortunately, the Sylas didn't get to hit level 3, so the gank was a little bit harder, but we did manage to make it work, and we ran him down with our Q stacks. And it didn't even require us to flash, so I probably should be looking to go mid again. Now I'm a little bit worried that I'm getting invaded. I'm against a Nunu. Yeah, I actually think Nunu did take my blue this game, if I remember correctly. I probably should have, I feel like I should have warned the Sylas that he was there. But anyways, we got that level 3 gank working, which was good. I don't have my blue, which is kind of annoying, but it's not the end of the world since we got that kill. And I'm just going to clear this. Now Gromp gives you health and mana when you kill it, so that's important to think about. And I'm going to look to potentially gank bot lane with my Q stacks here, but it doesn't look like anything's going to happen, so I do believe we just reset. Now, this is where it's important. Every single game, you should honestly be building Darksteel. And so you'll notice how I build Amplifying Tomb here, or what, Fiendish Codex, I think. And then I realized that I don't have enough gold for the Darksteel, so I sell some things and switch it around a bit so I can get this Darksteel. Basically, Darksteel is just OP right now. When you buy it by itself, it's already got 130% gold efficiency, and then it increases like 40% or something per stack that you get on it, all the way up to when you have 10 stacks on Darksteel, it's like 430% gold efficient. It's just like completely insane because they changed how much AP you get per stack. It's like 5 AP per stack now. So you get all the way up to like, what is it, 65 AP, I believe, and 40 health when it's at full stacks. So we're pretty much going to be building a Darksteel. Honestly, every single game you should build it, especially just as pretty much any AP jungler will do that. So let's see. Yeah, so I spawn and I just go for the full clear again. Lillia clears her jungle really quickly. I don't mind like running into them there because I'm so fat. Like I have my 5 movement speed stacks, and neither of them do that much damage. I'm not too worried about it. I do believe we end up getting this Cho'Gath as well. So this was pretty nice. You just got to know you want to really know your limits on Lillia. I probably shouldn't have smited that big raptor. I don't know if it's even worth getting the 45 gold. Maybe it is actually. 45 gold's kind of a lot. Then I'm looking bot lane here, and we're gonna see that these people are really low. Now I don't have Q stacks. If I had Q stacks, I would probably try to run in here and kill them myself. But I don't have the Q stacks up, so instead I'm gonna wait for my team to come. Also, my Karma has teleport for some reason. I think he didn't change his runes from the previous game, so I know he can TP in, and we're just gonna be able to collapse on them here. I don't shoot the really long E. I wait till I get a little bit closer to shoot out my E when it's a little bit more guaranteed. You don't want to waste your E's. And speaking of wasting things, I do waste my Q there. Or sorry, I waste my W on the MF right when Karma was about to land a root. So that was a huge mistake, and I miss it, and I miss a lot of damage because of it. Especially if you're gonna have CC coming in like from a Karma root, I should not cast my W until that happens. And because it did happen like that, I ended up needing to flash. We still got the double kill, but it's very, very possible that I didn't need a flash in this situation. So we're just gonna continue full clearing. Basically at this point, I want to reset once I have an item to buy. I'm not gonna lie though, AP items are like really hard to calculate, like how much gold you need to buy, because they all build out of amplifying tomes, which is like a really awkward number, 435. Why is it 435? Does anybody know the answer to that? I don't know. So I actually have no idea how much gold I need for what I want. I would love to get a Fiendish Codex and the Lost Chapter here, and I do get that. Nice. I should probably like try to figure out that math. Like if I have one amplifying tome, how much is it to buy both? And if I have an amplifying tome and a sapphire crystal, or whatever the mana crystal is called. Is it called a sapphire crystal? I don't know. Anyways, we want to reset once we get that because we want to be back on the map as soon as possible. Fortunately, all of our camps do still seem to be up. And I think Cho'Gath's flash isn't up yet. It might be about to be up. 5 minutes on flash. I'm gonna look here. I want to look for play because I have my ult. Probably gonna throw out the E. Yeah. So I wait till I get close, like as close as possible, before I shoot out the E, because I want to make sure I land that, and it's pretty much a guaranteed kill from there. You don't want to do the Hail Mary E's unless you have to. It's like a last resort. Your cooldowns are very, very important. So this does turn out to be gone. This seems like a good time to talk about build. I actually meant to do this sooner in the video, but I guess I can do it now. I'll start off with the stat shards. I always take attack speed personally these days because it helps you with your clear and it helps you kill minions a little bit faster. It helps you with your clear and it helps you in skirmish situations. So that's personally what I like to take there. But CDR is a good secondary option, or a good tertiary option is honestly AP. You can really go anything, but I wouldn't take attack speed unless you're comfortable with like being really efficient with your like weaving autos into your clear and autoing during skirmishes. For the second tier, we're just always going to take AP, and for the third tier, you can either take MR or armor. Lillia has a really good armor item in Seeker's Arm Guard. That item's really OP right now, in my opinion. But she doesn't have too many like super great like MR items that feel great to build. Verdant Barrier I think is like the new item, and it's honestly pretty bad. I wouldn't recommend getting that. And yeah, so I sort of lean towards taking MR like if it's an option. If I'm against like a Rengar, like some heavy AD lethality user, I'll always take armor. But that's sort of my take on that. Here's a good time to point out that you can use your W to escape. I've talked about this in other videos, but especially if you're slowed by something or you're about to be rooted or by CC or something, you can use your W to sort of push you forward and get out of the way. So you'll notice I use that to get away from the Cho'Gath there. And it's really important that I don't die. I've got these Dark Seals. So again, Dark Seal stacks are now worth the equivalent of what Medjay stacks used to be. So if I have 8 stacks of Dark Seal, I really should think of it like I have a Medjay. So basically, you'll notice how I said you should always build Dark Seal. Basically, on AP junglers, you always want to play as if you have a Medjay now, which I actually think is really cool. I mean, the item's honestly pretty OP, but I think it's really cool, and I hope they don't nerf it. I think it's a really cool dynamic. It makes the game really interesting. It adds like weight to like all of my decisions, more weight to them. So I like it a lot. Hopefully they don't change that. But yes, so now we want to farm until I get my jungle item, or not my jungle item, my completed mythic item, which is going to be Liandry's Anguish. I made a video recently talking about Riftmaker, but with the nerfs to Riftmaker, I actually think Liandry's Anguish is probably better. You could still go Riftmaker. If you're not very good at Lillia's clear or kiting or anything like that, and you're not against tanks, you could go Riftmaker because it gives you a lot of Omnivamp, which is really nice. I feel like I said that weird. Oh, notice how I did that I grabbed that Canyon Minion with my auto. That was kind of nice. Don't do nearly enough damage to kill the Cho'Gath though, so that was a pretty ultimate. Pretty bad ultimate. What I was thinking in my mind was that I was gonna buy time for Sylas to get there, but I way overestimated how quick Sylas was apparently. I think if I had Liandry's Anguish, I probably could have done it though. We were missing out on a lot of damage. So we get the Liandry's, which speeds up our clear a lot. I want to say I go Ruby Crystal here, right? Yeah, we get the Ruby Crystal, which is really nice. You want to get that HP whenever you can on Lillia because you're going to be going in and out of these fights. You're really squishy and whatnot. We see Riven here. I'm feeling pretty strong about myself. I've got the Anguish. I've got 8 stacks of Dark Seal, so I want to try to fight her. Unfortunately, I missed the E, pretty hard to land. It was actually a pretty good dodge from him. Ornn gets destroyed, and then I'm thinking I could kill this guy, but he is level 10, and I'm only level 8. Yeah. We got to emote so we don't feel so bad about having just gotten completely destroyed. I think we do end up getting this guy, though. Yeah, you kind of need your R to deal with Riven. I've played against Riven a few times now. Okay, pretend like I didn't miss my E there. Your E will just like get randomly caught on walls that you never would think it would. But yeah, Lillia does snag a lot of assists because her damage from DOT lasts so long, especially once you get the Leandri's Anguish, that it's just really easy to get those assists. So that's kind of cool. Putting us up to 9 stacks. Unfortunately, I don't have enough gold for like the item that I want. I really want to build Merc Treads this game, I believe, because they have a decent amount of CC and some AP damage, so that's what I'm looking for. You can land an E all the way down this lane if you sort of get to the side. Notice how I like walk to the side of the rift of the base before I cast that E. You can land a pretty long E's. I mean, it rarely ever lands. Every once in a while you get like a crazy kill or assist from it, because you can like cast your ult and engage a fight from pretty far away. Let's finish talking about runes. Yeah, I didn't really do that. I was talking about stat shards before. Now let's talk about runes again. I take Dark Harvest. Actually, you can see my runes right here. This is really convenient. I take Dark Harvest, Cheap Shot, Eyeball Collection, and Ravenous Hunter. That's extremely standard on Lillia. None of that should be really surprising if you play the champion at all. I don't take Phase Rush. I guess that's maybe some people might find that surprising. You just lose a lot of damage when you take Phase Rush. It's nice how fast you are, but I think the damage loss is just nowhere near worth it. So I take these runes every single game now. I never mess around with Phase Rush anymore. Now I'm going for this Riven again, but this time I've got my ult, so I feel a little bit more confident about it. We go in, land the Q, and then from there it's pretty easy. We've got 10 stacks now on our Darksteel, which is pretty insane. This guy cannot get away from us. Even Nunu can't get away from us. That champion is so annoying, to be honest. Love him, but so annoying. This was kind of a bad E. That should be a really free E on Cho'Gath. I think I wasted that one. And because of that, he gets away, I think. Back to the runes though. The secondary, oh wait, here I thought I was gonna die. Thank God Riven made a huge mistake there. If she goes for me, she gets like a huge shutdown and I lose my stacks. That would have been terrible. But she goes for them instead. Maybe she killed Sylas, I don't know. But I'm sort of hanging on the outskirts here, trying to get some damage in. Flashes in a straight line. Lily is so much fun, man. Okay, so back to the runes. For the secondary runes, you can see I'm taking Magical Footwear. Really, really good rune on Lillia. Gives her the free 10% movement speed, and it allows you to rush your mythic item. I think it's just a good item in general. And then, or a good rune in general for anyone. And then secondary, I'm still running Cosmic Insight. I've heard people say that you shouldn't run this anymore. Because it doesn't give you CDR anymore, which used to be the main reason you would get it. But honestly, I still think it's really, really good. It gives you, like, I actually don't know what the exact numbers are, but it gives you decreased item cooldown and more importantly, decreased summoner cooldown, which means you get more smites, so you can clear your jungle a little bit faster, especially in the early game, and you get to your blue smite faster, or red smite, whatever. And then you also get more flashes. It decreases your flash cooldown by 40 seconds, like from 300 seconds to 260, which is like very significant. So I actually think it's still a pretty good rune, and I would recommend it to anyone. I sell my potion here and I buy Demonic Embrace. Demonic Embrace used to be the auto second buy on Lillia, but now I think I only do it into like tanky champions. I'm very, very sure actually that you would only really want to go Demonic Embrace second into tanky champions, in my opinion. Still a good item either way. Like if you're just building it into anyone, like it's never going to be that bad. But at least the way I'm doing it is like that. And the reason for that is there's another like really, really, really good second item on Lillia that I think is overlooked right now, and that's Cosmic Drive. This is kind of a cool play. They happen to line up perfectly for that, like they were catching it or something. Dodge both of those. Q, W first, Q, going for Soraka, not Cho'Gath, obviously. Fun stuff. I love Lillia. But the second the second item that's really, really good is Cosmic Drive. Basically, it gives you a ton of ability haste, like 30, yeah, 30 ability haste, and it makes you really, really fast. Basically, it says whenever you land a damage ability for 4 seconds, gain like 25, 30 movement speed or something. And that's really, really cool on Lillia because her DOT lasts for just over, like, you land your ability and then the DOT triggers. So the way that I think it works, I mean, if you have Leandre's Anguish, it doesn't matter because Leandre, your DOT procs Leandre's Anguish. But anyways, long story short, if you land an ability, you gain the movement speed for like 8 seconds or something. You get 2 rotations of the Cosmic Drive, which is pretty cool. That's a lot of movement speed, and Lillia likes movement speed. So it's a really, really good item. They even just buffed it and gave it 5 more ability power this patch. So definitely a very, very strong item to get second on Lillia and possibly on other champions as well. I think it's also probably pretty good on Fiddlesticks, so we can keep chasing after he ults. But yeah, so that's the second item that I do. Usually Demonic Embrace or usually Demonic Embrace or Cosmic Drive. Oh, something else I wanted to talk about. Did I say this already? I don't think so. Dark Seal. You're gonna notice this game that I never upgrade it to Medjai's. Maybe at the very end I do or something. But now it's upgrading to Medjai's because you don't get more AP per stack. It's actually not worth it to pay the gold to upgrade it to Medjai's. It doesn't become worth it until you get like a lot of stacks on it. Even with a 10% movement speed, in my opinion, it's not worth it. I would only ever do it if you had 10 stacks. And even then, I think you're better off. The kind of nice thing about it is it does increase the efficiency of your mythic item if you've got that already. But I don't know. I personally don't like it. I would not upgrade Medjai's unless you had like nothing else to buy. Because it just delays your other items and it's just not really worth it. I also think you lose more stacks once you upgrade it, like if you die. And it kind of paints a target on your back and everyone's going to be trying to kill you. Unless you want that, I don't know, maybe you do. Let's see. But yeah, so I just sit on Dark Sail for a long time. So other good items. This game, I think I honestly should have already bought this, maybe over the Merc Treads. But buying Anti-Heal, obviously Lillia applies this really quickly, and Anti-Heal's kind of cheap now. It's like 800 gold for the orb thing. And Riven damage is crazy, man. People say Riven's weak right now. She doesn't feel weak to me. But yeah, so anti-heal can be really good if there's a lot of healers on the enemy team. Another item that's really strong is Rallies. Really, really like that item on Lillia. She applies it really well. Basically makes it so her Q is an AoE slow. Kind of like Singed with Rallies. And that makes it easier to land all of the rest of your abilities, and it just gives her a lot more utility. And it gives her a bunch of health and AP, so really, really good item on her in my opinion. Zanya's is a great one. If you play Lillia at all, you probably know about the Flash Q or Zanya's combo, where you flash in, you Q a bunch of people, you press R, and then you press Zanya's, and when you come out of Zanya's, they're all asleep, and you can kill them. Really, really strong. Also, Arm Guard is just insanely powerful in my opinion right now. When it's fully stacked, when you buy it right away, it already has like over 100% gold efficiency, but when it's fully stacked, it has almost 200% gold efficiency. So basically, you just get a lot of armor for only 900 gold and some ability power as well. A decent amount of ability power, 30. So really, really strong item right now. If you're against like a Kha'Zix or any sort of lethality jungler, I would honestly recommend building an Arm Guard before you even finish your first mythic item, so you can start stacking that Dark Steel and stay alive. I'm just gonna place a pink ward here to... This is honestly kind of sus because we don't know where anyone's at. And unfortunately, I don't have my stacks. So I'm just going to chuck E's on cooldown, try to get some Q stacks, get some poke damage. Maybe if I hit a couple people, we can look for an ult. But yeah, notice how as they walk up, I'm walking backwards. So I tried to get a... This was really bad. I tried to ult both Cho'Gath and Misfortune. I don't think I landed it, but... Yeah, that was the idea. I played this fight really bad, honestly. But I did eat a Cho'Gath ultimate, and I did poke out Misfortune a little bit. Oh yeah, this was funny. I land the E on Cho'Gath and Soraka, and then I think Soraka healed somebody or something. I don't know, but she dies too. That is rough. I'm gonna have some of my coffee here. So let's see, I've talked about items, I've talked about abilities, runes. I think I've talked about pretty much everything. I guess a few other good items potentially on Lillia. I could talk about Death Cap's pretty good. Gives you a bunch of ability power, and your Q your Q movement speed, like that scales with AP. So the more AP you have, the faster you are. So Death Cap's actually really strong as well, and you know, just gives you a bunch of damage. Lillia doesn't have like the insane AP ratios, but it's still something to think about. It's something I buy every once in a while when I'm really ahead. And I think just buying resistances are really, really useful on Lillia because you want to go into the fights to land your Qs. So I think Banshee's Veil is pretty solid, not too expensive, and some other MR items you can go that are pretty good. Like, I wouldn't really go Spirit Visage anymore, but honestly, Abyssal Mask is not too bad. It's the one that says whenever you CC someone, you deal everybody deals 10% increased damage to them. So it makes those sort of flash Q plays, flash QR plays, like even more insane. Just increase your entire team's damage to those champs by 10%. And then also, Force of Nature's pretty good because it gives you move speed and MR and health. I don't build that on too often, but I feel like it probably is pretty good. I could build it more. I definitely think there's value in building tanky on Lillia after you get a few of your core items. Like, I bet Anguish Demonic into full tank wouldn't be that bad. Full tanky, at least. Like, AP Bruiser tanky, you know? Probably would be pretty good. There's a lot of things I still want to try on Lillia. I actually just saw today that it has, like, virtually no games played. It's like 150 games or something. But Lillia with Imperial Mandate actually has like a 52% or 53% win rate right now, which is like insane for Lillia because she normally is sitting at like a 47% win rate. So that's something I want to try. That's the support item. It costs 2,700 gold, and whenever you land an ability that slows or CCs someone, it deals an additional 60 to 100 damage, and it also applies like an Imperial Mandate proc or something on it, and if teammates damage that champion, it basically deals the damage again. So it's honestly pretty strong. The thing that worries me the most about it is it doesn't help my clear speed at all. Like, it's 2,700 AP, or yeah, 2,700 gold. You only get 40 AP from it, and you don't get that like burn that you get from Leandra's Anguish, which I think is really important. That's the main reason why I don't take Riftmaker anymore, because it just slows down your camp clear speed pretty badly. So I stay there so I can get my Dark Seal. I actually think I might have killed a mini with that because I leveled up. It's kind of weird. I don't know why I leveled up there. I think I got gold. Maybe I did kill a minion. I don't know. But I finally get my arm guard. I didn't feel the need to rush at this game because they didn't have too many like big AD threats. Obviously, Riven is a threat, but ideally she should never be like attacking me in these fights. This fight's super awkward. I'm like trying to find a way to get into it, but I just can't. I'm getting slowed here. I don't have my Q stacks. I mean, Misfortune did sort of flash that. I don't think that E would have landed anyways. I used my sweeper and I see Riven there in the bush, so thankfully I back up before. She definitely thought I was about to like face check her there. Miss another E. I try to get this Misfortune, but get slowed by that. Get creep blocked. At least I get my Q stacks here. Somehow I miss my E into there. There's like 3 giant champions there and I miss all of them. So yeah, I just can't get into this fight at all, which is kind of tragic. That's why sometimes Dead Man's Plate's nice, because you get that move speed even when you have no stacks, which can help you get your stacks. But yeah, they decide not to go for Baron here, which I'm kind of thankful for. Honestly, if I'm the enemy team here, like, we're losing this game, like, we're behind, we killed 2 people, I'm doing Baron here 100%. Like, they've got Nunu, they've got Shogath, like, there's pretty much no way we can contest it. I'm really surprised they didn't go for it here, but we use our abilities like Karma Q and my E to face check bushes to try to like push up and get vision on it, but they decided not to do it anyways. So I don't have an item to buy here. I guess I could have bought a potion. I don't know. I don't have an item to buy here in general, so I'm gonna run over and try to just clear vision and get control of the pit. Yeah, we've got 3 dragons here, so this is soul point for us. It's Ocean Soul. I've got no idea if Nunu's got flash or not at this point in the game. Let's see. We're gonna hand over the blue to Silas willingly this time, and just yeah, I mean it's the same stuff. We want to push in mid wave right now if we can. I land that E on Shogath, so I just go to poke him a little bit more, which is a little bit risky because we don't know who's all in that bush. But honestly, I've got like a lot of resistances and move speed and my flash, so I'm feeling okay about pushing in there. Let's see, land that E on Soraka, which is nice. Deals a bunch of damage, I'm sure. I can't see her HP right now. She's at like half HP right now. Maybe she healed someone, I don't know. Well, if I would have landed that, that would have been huge. I'm trying to like, and in this awkward position, I'm trying to manage like Riven off to the side and like pinging my teammates that she's there, by the way. Thank God she didn't go over that wall when I thought she would. I try to flash QR the Soraka here. That's sort of how you want to play it. I shouldn't have used W there. There's no way I land it. But she flashes my Q. Pretty good reaction time by him. I wonder if you can Q flash. I've never tried that before. I flashed Q there. I wonder if you can Q flash, because there's like a small Q animation. It's not instant. That's interesting. So here I'm kind of just hoping that Nunu doesn't have flash. Like because he W'd in there, I thought to myself he definitely doesn't have flash, because he wouldn't go for that risky play if he had flash. But I was wrong, so he does flash and managed to stall the Ocean Soul. But it's okay. We end up getting them all anyways. Or sorry, getting 3 kills. And here, this is really hard to coordinate in low reloads, but I'm like, immediately we kill them. Like we get 3 kills, we kill Nunu. I'm pinging that we want to do Baron. It's basically just as fast for me to reset and walk to Baron as it is for me to just walk there, and I've got a bunch of gold. So I am going to go ahead and buy it here. Do I buy the Zanyas? No, I go straight for that. I should have bought a potion there. I got perfect 500 gold. Or I should have just gone Zanyas. Yeah, I hate building Medjais, honestly. It just does not feel good to buy to me. But it does give me the 10% movement speed, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Gets me to this Baron faster. I'm going to queue this camp for move speed. I missed that Q, that's too bad. But it actually saves me time. I get those stacks, and I can move to the Baron even faster. And we're just going to try to do this right away. I actually think what I should have done here, like, I think Karma should leave here and try to keep Nunu out of the pit, because he actually almost gets here in time. Oof, gosh. And Riven was there. I have no idea how Riven got there. But thankfully, I was paying attention, and I land the smite still. I don't know what I'm doing here. So, yeah, we're just really fed. Life is good. See Soraka here. If I land that E, he dies, but maybe I should have waited because I had Jin'll, like waited for him to cast his R. I don't know. Either way, we get the kill. It doesn't really matter. We're just gonna, I'm assuming we're gonna keep pushing here because it's 4v5. Misfortune just ulted like 2 minions maybe. Let's see. I wonder if there's a world where I ult this Cho'Gath right away there. Probably not. I do get the triple ult here though. This has to be the end of the game, right? I'm just like, I have so much HP, like 2.7k HP. You can't see my resistances because I have runes up, but I've got so many resistances as well from Demonic, the Arm Guard, and Merc Treads. And I just do so much damage. Lillia is just so much fun, guys. Definitely play this champion. I recommend her. Hopefully you guys found this video pretty useful. I don't know, this wasn't really like, it wasn't really, what am I trying to think? What's the word I'm looking for? Organized. These thoughts were kind of really unorganized, but I tried to take all the Lillia info out of my brain and hand it to you guys with this video. So hopefully this was still useful. If you clicked on this video and you just wanted a straight guide, you'd probably be a little bit disappointed, so sorry about that. But hopefully watching the gameplay and sort of hearing me talk about the champion at the same time was useful. If you like this video, leave a comment, let me know what you liked about it. Like, it helps me out a lot, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.